Starters, I got this man right to my left. He is going to be taking the mound. He's the hometown hero, fan favorite. Christopher Sanchez is making his second All-Star appearance, and I get the pleasure of naming him the National League All-Star. So Christopher Sanchez, number one. Leading off, DH Kyle Schwarber. Batting second, playing left field, Juan Soto. My guy, batting third, first base, Freddie Freeman. Playing shortstop, hitting fourth, C.J. Abrams. Fifth, playing third base, Max Muncy. Batting sixth, playing second base, Ozzie Albies. Batting seventh, playing right field, Philly's own Brandon Marsh. And batting eighth in center field, Andy Pages. And batting ninth, making his first All-Star appearance from the Atlanta Braves, Drake Baldwin catching.
Christopher Sanchez, how does it feel to be starting this game?
Se siente bastante especial, más que aquí en la casa. Súper emocionado y súper contento de que llegue el día de mañana para disfrutármelo bastante.
This, feels really special, really exciting, even more so than being here at home. So I'm just super excited so I can come here tomorrow and just take it all in, soak it all in, and just, enjoy it overall.
Now let's go ahead and introduce John Schneider, manager for the AL, and Toronto Blue Jays manager, if you don't mind revealing your starting lineup.
Thank you, Sierra. Starting with the man to my right, first-time All-Star, surprisingly, and has been a pleasure to watch every fifth day with the Toronto Blue Jays. So Dylan Cease will be on the mound tomorrow. First starter since Toronto great Roy Halladay back in 2009. So Dylan, congratulations.
Thank you.
We're going to build off an almost no-hitter in your last outing. So, as for the lineup, leading off, playing center, hometown boy Mike Trout. DH, batting second, Yordan Alvarez. Shea Langoliers will hit third. He will be behind the plate. Junior Caminero will bat fourth and play third. It will be nice to see him swing from the same dugout as opposed to the opposing dugout. Bobby Witt Jr. at shortstop will hit fifth. Cody Bellinger from the Yankees in right field hitting sixth. Another Yankee, Ben Rice, at first will hit seventh. Riley Green is in left field hitting eighth. And Toronto's own Ernie Clement with the fan-leading American League votes will bat ninth and play second base.
And Dylan, I'll ask the same question to you. First-time All-Star, and you're starting the whole thing.
Yeah, it's a massive honor. I'm really excited, and I feel very grateful for it.
We're going to go ahead and open it up to questions. Any media who wish to ask a question, just raise your hand so that the wireless microphone can be brought over to you. Here.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me.
Just want to take this opportunity to ask, after half a season or more, what everybody thinks of ABS. How's it working for you? Your two teams, managers, have taken about the same number of challenges. Any changes you would recommend in the system? Managers first.
I think the system has done what we had hoped as a league it was going to do. I think that there is definitely a strategy to when to use the challenges, and I think like anything in this game, tendencies get picked up, whether it's by players or umpires, as the season goes. So the one thing I think, if you're nitpicking, is when part of the ball is touching the outside of a three-dimensional zone that has been a strike for 100 years, makes guys like this even better and guys like that even better. But that's me nitpicking. I think that it's done what it was intended to do so far, and I'm sure there'll be tweaks along the way, like anything in the league.
Yeah, I think I agree with John. I think it's been great, accomplished what we want. I think the fans have taken a liking to it, interest to it. I think as far as the players, just trying to navigate the leverage and when to kind of use your challenges, I think is something we're all trying to learn. But I do think that it's made the umpiring even better because, you know, they've had to even bear down even more, and nothing against umpires, but I just think the system has been good. But as John said, you know, the .1 on plate, off plate is tough at times for it to watch.
Did you want to answer?
Yeah, I think it's entertaining. I like it when it goes my way, and I don't like it when it doesn't. But no, I think it's entertaining, and you know, it's just one of those where I've kind of just accepted it is what it is, and yeah, I've thought it's been kind of nice.
¿Tienes pensamientos?
No, yo respeto eso. Tú sabes que hay que adaptarse a eso y lo veo bien, porque así te da el challenge de apelar si es ball o strike.
You know, it's you know, obviously a new system, so you gotta respect it, respect the origin of it and the intent behind it, and also it's just about you know, adapt to it. So it's a process, right? Because you have to adapt to it, but it's also like it gives you the fairness that anyone can, you know, in their own, just challenge what they think and just appeal those type of calls, close calls.
Next question right over here.
Thank you. Adelaide Hernandez from Dominican Republic. I'm going to make my question in Spanish because for Christopher.
Perfect.
Okay? Thank you. Christopher, ¿qué significa para ti estar abriendo un partido a las estrellas y en tu casa? ¿Sientes nervios? ¿Vas a poner un poco de extra?
Es un honor para mí. Nervio no creo, porque estoy en casa. Eso es un punto a favor. Y esos fanáticos, esa algarabía, eso es lo que me motiva a mí cada día más.
So the question was, you know, what does it feel like to start an All-Star game and at home if he feels, you know, if he's nervous or any emotions behind it? So answer is just it's an honor for me. I wouldn't say it. I'm nervous. I feel at home. I'm at home here, and it's just, you know, that's a point in favor for us. Like being at home, I think the joy that the fans bring and all the energy that our fans bring to the stadium, it's something that, you know, motivates me every single day.
For John and Dave. John, you mentioned Caminero. Just what kind of a force has he become in this league? And Dave, same question to you. I know you guys just saw him too.
Yeah, he's. We've seen him for a couple years, you know, and I think when you see a division opponent that much, you really kind of appreciate how good they are and how good he is. You can see him evolve as a hitter, tighten up his strike zone command with each basically time we see him. And the power is undeniable. So it's pretty exciting young player for the Rays, pretty exciting young player for the game. And I know that he works really hard to kind of round his whole game out too on both sides of the ball.
Yeah, for me, I'm just happy he's not in our division or our league. But he's a great young player. I think for me and John, it's just great to see a hitter. You know, I think that, you know, in this day, there's a lot of kind of home run, strikeout, where this guy has slug, but he can also hit and make a two-strike adjustment. So as a fan of the game, it's fun to watch him.
John?
Thank you, Sierra. Both lineups are fantastic, star-studded, worthy of the All-Star game, but the National League has been much better than the American League this year. Is that fluky, cyclical, or is the National League actually better than the American League? For the managers only.
I'll let John answer that one.
Oh, Doc, come on, man. You know, John, I think, you know, numbers don't lie sometimes. And I'd be lying if I said the American League was in a different spot for our own standings, you know. So I think the season is called a season for a reason. You see where it shakes out after 162, but there's definitely some strong teams in both leagues. And, you know, fortunate for the Jays. We're still doing okay and treading water to get to where we want to be.
I agree with John, so thanks for that question, John.
I did the best I could, John.
Ron Blum from AP. For both players, you've seen now a number of years the expanded playoffs in operation. Does being on teams with slow starts this year make you appreciate more having the extra wild cards to get to October?
Yeah, I mean, I think that baseball was, created the length of the season, 162, to be a marathon. And there are some middling teams that, potentially going to finish stronger and some teams that are front running right now that might fall back to the pack. But as far as expanded playoffs, I think it's what the fans wanted. It keeps everyone involved through September, as many teams as possible. So if that's what the game wants, then that's good for me and for us, I guess.
Is that
Right over here.
me or good? You're good? Players or? You want to take it, Dylan?
Yeah, I mean, I think having more teams involved and more fan bases feeling like there's something to play for later in the season is always good.
Saludos, le habla Rafael Padilla del medio del Paddy TV. La pregunta es a Christopher Sánchez. Chris, ¿qué mensaje tú le envías a Valdimiro, tu padre, que sabemos que tiene deseo de estar aquí contigo viéndote?
Que le dedico este juego a él, que lo amo mucho y lo quiero mucho y que todo lo que he logrado en esta vida, dentro y fuera del terreno, él ha sido parte fundamental de eso.
So the question was a little message to Chris's father, who's back home in the DR, couldn't make it. And, just sum it up, I just dedicate this performance to him, dedicate this whole event to him. And, I love you a lot. And all that I've been able to do throughout my life, both on and off the field, it's because of you. So I love you.
Question for Dave and John. Dave, you've done this a few times. John, you've been around the game for a while. Does this All-Star game feel different when you have players that are prioritizing rest, or there's injuries, or just general disinterest, and you look at where the rosters could be and what they're at right now? Does it feel different as an event?
Yeah, I think for me is I've always believed that it's an honor, it's a huge honor to be named an All-Star. To be able to participate in this game. I didn't have that. I wasn't a good enough player to be an All-Star. This is my fourth time managing the All-Star game. And so, the way the game is now, where there's rest, recovery, injuries, which are certainly validated, I still try to encourage players to participate because, it is for the fans. It's a fans' game. And to be able to showcase your talents in front of everyone, it's a special moment. So I think for Dylan, for Christopher, I'm really excited for him. But yeah, the landscape's changed a little bit, but it's still about playing baseball.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I think that this event is so much about the players that are here now, but the players that have been here before and that will be here later too, to where you're recognized as the best of the best. So. First time for me, but I couldn't agree with Doc more.
Hi, this is Japanese NHK TV. So I want to ask you two of starting pitcher questions. So if you were facing yourself as a hitter, which of your pitches do you think would be the hardest to hit?
DC, you want to go first?
I faced a couple sliders back in my day, and they bounced and I swung at them, so I gotta go slider.
Creo que usaría mi cambio y el single, 100%.
No one hits his cambio.
No.
Nobody.
Take it away.
I just think I'd use my changeup and my sinker 100%.
Let's go right over here to Roy.
My question is to Coach Roberts, Roy Wood Jr., MLB Network, co-host of the MLB Awards every year. Co-host of the MLB Awards the last couple times with Mookie Betts. Now, Mookie's coming off of the wrist issue. You need a wrist to hold a microphone. Who do you think we may need to get instead of Mookie if Mookie's not ready to go for MLB Awards 2026 this year?
Oh, I like it, Roy. All right. I think that, I would love for you to get Shohei. I think he's wittier than people think. You get him out in front on the stage, I think that'd be great. We're in Philly. I think Harper would be fantastic. I think Trout would be great. My own Kike Hernandez would be hilarious. So I think in Major League Baseball, we got some good choices, Roy.
I just want to confirm that you're saying right now that Shohei Ohtani is a better entertainer than Mookie Betts, and how would that affect clubhouse chemistry?
That's a fair question, and I did not say that. You said Mookie could not do it. I don't want any clubhouse strife.
Guff?
Ryan McGuffey, Recap Chicago. Hi, Dylan.
Hey.
My question's for you. I know you were less than thrilled to not make the All-Star team in 2022. Did that fuel you? And the fact that today is your first All-Star appearance to be named the starting pitcher, does it feel like it came full circle?
Yeah, I was definitely upset in 2022. I don't know if it, 4 years later, I don't know if it was still fueling me, but I feel like, getting to start my first one maybe made up for it. So, that was disappointing, but this is such a cool experience.
Mi nombre es Leo Sánchez de República Dominicana. Christopher, fui lanzador sur de ligas menores. ¿Cómo tú manejas el control, que tienen excelente control y más este año?
He venido trabajando eso desde el inicio de mi carrera. Cuando inicié mi carrera era un tira bola para home y he ido manejando eso a pasar de los años con la respiración y pidiendo consejos a Pedro Martínez, muchísimos lanzadores dominicanos que me han ayudado.
So the question was about how he's been able to, be such a good pitcher with his command and how he's been able to maintain it. And his answer is, I've been working throughout this from the beginning of my career. At the early stages of my career, I was just a thrower, if you could say so. And, I think it's just something that you pick up through the years when you work through the years. And, it's been a lot of work on that, with my breathing and, taking advice from, the past generations. I took a lot of advice from Pedro Martinez and from other Dominican pitchers. And, I think it's just that about work and, maintaining that ethic throughout the years.